Hello, and welcome to the first ever Ant Hill Mobcast.
This is Tony Cosgrove.
And this is James Cumming.
Thanks for joining us. How are you, Tony?
I am good, James. I'm good. Today is a good day, thank you. I'm feeling good about life. How about yourself?
Yeah, great. It's a Friday, end of a busy week.
Fantastic.
Ready for the weekend.
Yep. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think we're all enjoying this Indian summer that we're having. It's lovely stuff.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us for our first ever podcast. Exciting stuff.
It is. I guess we should explain the name because Ant Hill Mobcast is we hope it's a bit distinctive and a bit memorable, don't we?
We certainly do.
The thing about it is that you and I, James, are both part of a small Birmingham-based organisation, aren't we?
We are the Ant Hill Mob, a small group of independent companies working together to do more as the sum of our parts.
Yeah, that's the concept, isn't it? The kind of the little guys coming together and trying to kind of take over the world behind everybody's backs and below the radar.
Yeah, I mean, when we set it up, it was all we're all small little businesses, all kind of doing our own thing. And I think what a lot of people need when they set up a company is some guidance and support and people to talk to. And when I, and Stuart were talking about it, that's where the idea kind of came from. It was working together and helping each other out, and it's just kind of spiraled from there, really.
Yeah, and I think whether it's at an organizational level or at an individual level, I think we're all at our best when we work together in partnership. There's this kind of feeling sometimes that the lone wolf going out and trying to save the world is the way ahead. But, successful teams and successful organizations aren't really like that, are they? It's more often than not, it's people coming together, cooperating, collaborating and complementing each other. That's when success happens. You think in all the things that the world has ever done well, medicine, exploration, all that kind of inventing, it's always about people working together. It's never really the person on their own that does it. And I think that's what we were trying to tap into with the Ant Hill Mob, wasn't it? The idea of bringing different skills together and getting people to work as a team, even if they're in different organizations and different companies.
Yeah, that's the major challenge, I think, as a small business. It's your skill set is your own skill set, and you don't have the benefits of what happens when you work in a big company where you've got people that maybe complement what you do. So having that support network has been really helpful.
Yeah, and I think that's quite interesting, isn't it? I'm going to call that the C word, the complement, because I think that's what people and organizations need to feature and focus more on is complementing each other rather than competing against each other. On the whole, I think you'll agree, most people are good people, aren't they? And most people want people to do well. So I think more of a focus on complementing rather than competing is probably the way forward.
Yeah, and I think with the gig economy and where, kind of business is heading these days, having that collaborative approach, another big C, is it kind of, it helps everybody. It helps clients. It helps people in your network. And hopefully, as the sum of your parts, you do a better job.
Yeah, you do. And it's not just about business success. I think it's just about having a good life. There's a real focus at the minute on well-being and mental health. You and I, James, we both work in small businesses and help run small companies, don't we?
Yeah.
It can be difficult sometimes, can't it? The days are long and the brain gets a bit sore sometimes. And it's really nice to know that there are lots of people out there who just want you to do well and are happy to kind of partner up with you to help you get over the line. And then if you can reciprocate, surely that's what makes the world go round.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things the Ant Hill Mob does a lot of is running events. Do you want to share a bit about our Thursday brunch and where the idea came from there, Tony?
Yeah. So every quarter we try and get together, don't we, and do what we call our Thursday brunch, which, hey, guess what, is in the morning on a Thursday. See what we did there? And the idea is to bring people together and kind of provide a forum for people to drop into because, again, there's so much talent out there. There's so many people doing things, but how do you kind of corral it up and get it pointed in the right direction?
Yeah.
So, we get together every quarter down at the Assay Studios in central Birmingham, and we just try to do something different, don't we? It's a networking event, but it's not like any networking event I've ever been to before. How about you, James?
Most people I know hate networking. They find it awkward. They feel like they've got to sell something. So I think when we came up with the idea, it was all about being genuine and being helpful and really trying to support people. And that's kind of what I think we've achieved is it's more about the kind of getting to know each other and making friends rather than handing out business cards and trying to sell something to someone that they don't need. And that's what Thursday brunch is about. Kind of, we've got a strap line, haven't we? It's think, play, learn. So
Yeah.
that's what we hope to give people.
Yeah. And it's an interesting challenge. I hadn't thought about this. It's really just when you mentioned there about business cards. I don't think I've ever been to such a good networking event. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody hand out a business card at Thursday brunches. It's amazing, isn't it? Like when you turn the kind of whole process on its head, you don't need to rely on business cards. People are just naturally connecting and naturally having good conversations. And I think that's why it's such a success. And that's why we literally had standing room only at the last one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And that informality part of it, I think, is fantastic because there's there's kind of no barriers because it's just it's a fun event. We've got someone singing and playing a guitar, and we've got somebody cooking in front of a live audience. I mean, if you can't have a normal conversation with somebody during that, I mean, when can you? It's there's no chalk and talk or stand-up presentations. It's all fully involved and engaged with. So
yeah, I think we've all been through those kind of things, haven't we, where your toes curl up and you just feel sorry for the poor soul who's trying to do a sales pitch. Just take that pain away. Break bread, listen to music, have a good time. That's what it's all about. Yeah, so the next one is in Birmingham on the 26th of September, 8:30 at the Assay Studios in Birmingham. There are a few tickets available. They're free of charge. And we can put a link in the words that will accompany this Ant Hill Mobcast, can't we, James, so that people can get involved and Bagsy a ticket and get on down. What have we got for people this time round? Well, our 3 chefs, if I can torture the English language and call them that, are going to be cooking up a treat for us. So we get them up and they kind of cook a bit of a course each, don't they? And we have a bit of banter with them and ask them some questions. This time we're focusing on what's it like to work with companies who aren't based in the UK.
Absolutely. And we've got 3 great speakers. We've got Steve Wooler from BWB Group. We've got Paul Cotton, who's a senior HR director. And we've got Kate Butler, who's a talent resourcing manager from an aerospace business. So I think we've got some great guests lined up for the day.
Yes, I know Steve, Paul, and Kate. I know all of them really well, and they're going to be good crack. And as ever, we've got some surprises lined up for people. We usually try and have a bit of fun while we're there, don't we?
We do, absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll see some of you there if you're listening in. It'd be good to see you.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. So if you are around on the 26th in Birmingham, please do click on the link that accompanies this podcast, or you can go to Eventbrite and search for HR networking and free breakfast. And it genuinely is a free breakfast. There's no kind of obligation to do anything other than to come on down, get involved. And like we say, it genuinely is a good opportunity just to network, see colleagues from different organizations in a really relaxing and quite fun environment.